My name is Julie Timbrell. Behind me stands the mighty Angkor Yew, which is almost 1700 years old. This is almost certainly where the Magna Carta was agreed. However, history books will not tell you that one of our most important constitutional documents was agreed near a tree. Just as we have forgotten the importance of this wonderful yew in our history, we have also forgotten the companion charter to the Magna Carta, the Carta de Foresta, or Charter of the Forest, which was agreed 800 years ago in 1217. This charter ensured that everybody could live from the Commonwealth and enjoy the fruits of nature. There is no doubt that there was a social struggle for the charter. However, little is told of this. Rather, the history of the Magna Carta emphasises conflicts between the king, barons and the church. But for any idea for the struggle for common land rights, we have to turn to folk legends such as Robin Hood's. The provisions and principles that the Charter of the Forest granted are as relevant now as they were then. Climate change, massive loss of species and rising inequality mean we urgently need to find ways to share the Commonwealth and to live sustainably from the land.
My name is Peter Dean and we're here at St Paul's Cathedral where King Henry III signed the Charter of the Forest in 1217. With Julie, I've been coordinating the historical research for the New Putney Debates timeline, and our main task so far has been to assemble the content for the broad template that spans the centuries from the very first visit of the Romans in 55 BC right up to the present day. We recognise the great events and the paradigm shifts so that we don't lose the context of the material we're drawing attention to. But that is not the great monarchs, the great battles, or the great armies of the conventional historical narrative. We have sought out the records of the struggle by the poor, the dispossessed and their enlightened leaders for land rights and social justice. It is fascinating to uncover this parallel history of the people, much more exciting than the pomp and circumstance of the history that has been given to us by those who have retained the power.
My name is Carl Fraser. When looking at the wealth of data, events and historical phenomena that Pete and Julie had gathered, my aim was to try to find a way to organise that information into a format that created a clear story or timeline, to create a way to represent that rich history which is visibly accessible. A timeline allows us to create continuity between historical events which may have been forgotten or overlooked throughout time. Our aim was to create an alternative history, one that challenges existing interpretation of land rights in Britain. To that end, we'll be able to challenge assumptions which have been established over millennia. If this story is clearly visible, it will hopefully be more accessible to a larger number of people.